I still play Pokemon Go. Anybody here still play Pokemon Go? Okay, I think it's just me and the guy that made Pokemon Go. So I was playing Pokemon Go the other day on Bourbon Street, and this dude came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, I got that coke and weed." I was like, "I'm good." And then he was like, "Anything you trying to catch tonight?" And I was like, "Pokemon." He was like, "Pokemon. Let me try and think who I know got that." Did some heroin that night, y'all. It was great. Yeah. I think New Orleans is the greatest city in the world. You can take it from me. I've lived one other place in Louisiana. It's pretty good, dude. I live in the French Quarter. Anybody here live in the French Quarter? All right. So I'm better than all of you. That's what I thought. I run into like a lot of dumb people in the French Quarter. I'll give you an example. Like I work with my hands, and I cut my hand at work one day, so I had a bandage on my hand. And after work, I was walking through Jackson Square, and this lady saw me, and she was like, "Hey, let me guess. Did you punch someone or something?" And I was like, "Actually, I'm a machinist, and I cut my hand at work." She was like, "Oh, you're a machinist, so you can make me something out of metal." And I was like, "Actually, I just work with plastic." And she was like, "Can I read your palm?" I was like, "You're not very good at this. I don't think I need advice as a terrible sales pitch. Like, I can't predict the future, but I can tell that your future in this business is not good." My mom and dad met through mutual cousins. That means I got a cousin named Tammy on both sides of my family. That's the same Tammy. Just cause my mom and dad like got mutual cousins and shit, they don't mean I'm inbred. All right, like you can have like the same cousin and make a baby, and that baby is not gonna be inbred. I did the math, check this out. So like, my mom, her blood aunt, which is her mom's sister, married my dad's blood uncle, which is his mom's brother, and they had a baby, and that baby is cousins with my mom and dad. And I would not be able to do that math if I was inbred. Also, that's genealogy, so I might be a little bit inbred. My grandma looks like Lou Reed. She's been smoking cigarettes for almost 50 years now, and now she looks like a crinkled up Lou Reed. So I guess it's true what they say, smoking cigarettes does make you look cool. My grandpa is a shrimp with a hat. One time my grandpa told me the only way to know if a possum's dead is to step on its head and pull its tail until it shits. And it's been a while and I've been thinking about this. And that is not the only way to know if a possum's dead. That was just something he liked to do. That was his version of Pokemon Go. The first time I ever learned about Jewish people, I was watching the Rugrats. Y'all remember that episode? The Hanukkah episode of the Rugrats, right? Yeah. I remember being like a little kid. I was like, it's Christmas time. I'm gonna see this Christmas episode of the Rugrats. Let's do this shit. And then Tommy's grandpa started talking some mess. I was like, what you doing right now, man? But I learned about Judaism through that, and I was like, well, that's cool. I think it's a very, I grew up in a small town, didn't have the access to Judaism like big town people do. It's a very cute way to be introduced to religion that's not yours. It's a lot cuter way I was introduced to Judaism that I was introduced to Islam, which was 9/11. All I'm saying is, maybe some opinions in the South would have been different if there was a Ramadan episode of the Wild Thornberries. I don't like y'all making me sweat on that joke.